Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, this is exactly where I'll start, and I am actually at the Hill Bypass Road, but I just wanted to do this particular scene and try to show you guys exactly how some of these steps that connects the various communities that are located at this main Hill Bypass Road. But I'll switch the camera around and show you that. So this is exactly how the structure of some of the steps that are constructed along this highway that leads to the various communities that are located along this particular highway. So this is the view from this side. This is the entrance to the step. I'll just do a quick walk and just try to show you guys exactly how it is structured, as I think the construction has not yet been completed. As you guys can see, there is still some work to be done. As I'm purposely doing this particular, I'm purposely starting the video at this particular side, as one of my subscribers suggested that I show her exactly how some of these steps that lead to these particular communities are structured. So as you guys can see, this is exactly how it is, and of course this is at the top of it. As you guys can see the view, and this is exactly how it is structured. But I'll stop the video. Of course, you guys can see it leads to all those areas and all those inhabitants that live up those particular sides. And I'll just come here and show you guys exactly the drainage systems that are placed at this particular side. So this is exactly how the drainage system looks like. Another angle of the step that connects some of these communities that are located at this particular main Hill Bypass Road. So of course this is exactly how it is structured. Of course I've shown you guys exactly how it is, but I'll just stop here and of course we'll continue. So we continue, and the purpose for today's video will be to try and explore some of the various lanes and the various streets that are located at both the Bombay Road and the Kisi Road. But exactly where I'll start this particular video will be to explore Upper Bombay Street, as I've already done an exploration of the lower part of Bombay Street. So this is exactly the path we are going to use. Of course, this is also another step that is connecting some of these communities to this main and important Hill Bypass Road. So this is exactly the way we are going to use, and then ultimately we will end at Kisi Road. So this road will lead us directly to Upper Bombay Street. Of course, this is exactly where it starts. I think there are some houses that were located at this particular side, but since this road was constructed, I think some of them were knocked down in order for this particular important highway to be carved out. But we are here, and this is the path that we are going to use, and we are right at the end of Upper Bombay Street. So we'll start at the end, and then ultimately we'll explore this particular side, and then after that we'll take other areas or other streets and lanes that are located at both the Bombay Road and the Kisi Road. As this particular video will try as much as we can in trying to explore most, if not all, of the streets, lanes and drives that are located at this particular main Upper Bombay Street. But this is exactly where we'll start. So this is Gaba Lane. It leads to the Mountain Cut community. As you guys can see, this is exactly where it starts, and I think it goes all the way down there. But we continue. So this is Upper Bombay Street, and you guys can see some of the structures, although over the years as we go along we can see some of the new construction projects, but most of the houses that are located at this particular side, of course, you guys can see the colonial or the very old designs. As we go along, there are a lot of bird houses which definitely indicate a very old fashion design. But we continue as we make way up to Kissy Road, as this is exactly where we are. And of course, welcome, and as always, don't forget to subscribe, like, share to as many of your contacts as possible. So this is Lawson Lane. Of course, it goes all the way down there, and I think it also leads to the Mountain Cut community. But we are still here, as this is exactly where we'll start. And I think immediately after we are done exploring Upper Bombay Street, so this is Bombay Lane. This is Bombay Lane. It goes all the way inside there, as you guys can see. So this is a new construction project. So just like I told you guys, as we go along, there are new construction projects, but there are also, this is Kendall Street. Of course, it also leads to Mountain Cut, as you guys can see. If I can zoom in just to show you guys, it goes all the way there. But we continue with the video and hopefully try and explore as much as we can both of the streets, the lanes and the drives that are located at both the Kissy Road and Strawberry Road. So of course, this is a new construction, as you guys can see. But just like I told you guys, as we go along, we'll see new construction projects that are happening. But of course, most of the houses, as you guys can tell, they have very old designs. But we are here as we continue. So this is also another new construction, as you guys can tell. But we are here and we are coming to the end of this particular side, as Upper Bombay Street will be the target for this particular piece, as we have other areas to explore. But for now, this is exactly where we'll focus, as we've already done an exploration of the lower side, including the market and other areas. So I think this is also another new construction. As you guys can see, it's a very huge building. Sorry, this is Leah Street. It goes all the way there. But we continue as we are coming very close to Kissy Road. But this is exactly where we'll stop today's video, and hopefully we'll try and find another location that is located at both the Kissy Road and Strawberry Road, which are very important highways that are located at the city center. So this is Kissy Road, and this is exactly where we'll stop this particular piece and hopefully try and find another location. So of course, we've already done an exploration of that particular side, and I think you guys will remember there is a market that is located there. But of course, this is the main Kissy Road, so this is exactly where we'll stop. Welcome back, and we are taking another location. So this is Will Street, and this is also another step or another bridge that is constructed in order to connect this particular site to the other communities that are located around this area. So as I told you guys, this is Will Street, and of course it also continues up to that particular side, and this is the Hill Bypass Road. But we are using this particular route as we want to explore the whole Patton Street, but this is exactly the route we are going to use, which is the Will Street route, as this is exactly the path we are going to use. So I'll just take you guys back and show you guys exactly the steps that connects these communities. And then so of course I think Will Street continues all the way down there, but we will see how exactly we're going to do it, because I want to try and explore this whole end of Will Street, and then after that we'll start the exploration of Patton Street, as this side is Upper Patton Street, but this way leads to, I think, the start of Upper Patton Street. But we'll try and explore this Will Street and then end at the junction of Kishi Road, and then after that we will revert back and then continue. So of course this is exactly how it is, and of course I think there are some new construction around, but a few remnants of the birdhouses that I think were constructed in the 60s, 70s and 80s, but this is exactly how it is, although it is not tarred. But of course you guys can see the street is concreted all the way down to the junction of Kishi Road. But of course I'll pause here, and then after that I'll revert you guys back and show you guys exactly the distance we have covered. So that is exactly where we started, and we just give you guys a glimpse of some of the houses that are located on both sides of this particular location. After that we will continue with the video. So we continue the exploration of Will Street, and then immediately after this we will revert back and then try to explore Patton Street. Of course we'll start at Upper Patton Street and then try to go all the way down to where exactly it ends, which is, I think, at Bombay Road. But we are coming to the end of Will Street, as this is exactly, there is exactly where it ends, but we continue. So of course I'll pause here again and take you guys back. So this is exactly where we are. There is exactly where we started, and we've walked all the way to this particular side, but we will continue with the video, and hopefully that is exactly where we will end this particular vlog, and then after that we will continue, of course. Okay sir, I know all that, sir. So these guys were asking me exactly what the purpose of the video was, so I had to pause and try to explain to them that I'm just exploring these various streets and various areas that are located at this particular site. So of course you guys will recognize Kishi Road, as we've already done an exploration of it, but of course this is exactly where we'll start, and I'll just take you guys back. So this is exactly Kishi Road to my left, and this is exactly to my right. So this is exactly where I will stop and then take another route. Welcome back. So we have retraced our steps back, and we are still at Will Street. So this is exactly where we'll start, as I think this lane is called Hamilton Lane. This is exactly the route we are going to use, and hopefully start at Upper Patton Street and then walk all the way down to where it actually ends, which is at Bombay Road. But we continue, and as always I hope you guys are not bored yet, as we still have a lot of distance to cover, and hopefully try and explore as much as we can at this particular side of the country. So again I'll pause here, try and take you guys back and show you guys exactly where we started the video. So that's exactly where we started. So this lane is called Hamilton Lane, and we started there, and this is exactly where we are. But we will continue and hopefully try and make progress. So this is exactly where we'll start. Of course, that is the Hill Bypass Road. So this is Upper Patton Street, and we are starting and try to continue with the vlog. So of course, as for the overall vibe of Patton Street, I think most of the old houses have been replaced by new construction. As you guys can see, the structures that are located on both sides of this particular street, and unlike other areas like Upper Bombay Street, this particular side, I think a lot of new construction projects have taken place over the years, as you guys can see. But as always, I'll pause here again and then just try and take you guys back to exactly where we started. So that is exactly where we started, and of course, yours truly, that is the Hill Bypass Road. So I'll just give you guys a 360 of both sides of the street. So I think this is a repairs, because I don't think it's a new construction, but most of the houses that are located at this particular street have very recent or modern designs, unlike that of Upper Bombay Street. But we continue, and of course we'll take it all the way down. As the last time that we did an exploration of Patton Street, we only showed, I think, one side, which I think the side that was close to Bombay Street. But I think this particular video, we will go as far as we can, and hopefully okay. So this lane, this is the continuation of Leah Street, which I showed you guys at Upper Bombay Street, which we've done an exploration of. But we continue with the video, and as always, I hope you guys bear with me as we continue and make progress. As of course, Patton Street, I think this is the upper side, and of course that other section immediately after we've crossed PC Road, that is the lower section. But I think this side, the upper side, is more where the, if I can say, the residential side is, as immediately after we cross the Kisi Road is exactly where the more economic or the chaotic or bustling side is. But we will now cross and then try to see exactly how it is, as I think it continues all the way down there. So of course you guys will see the various construction projects that are happening. Of course, that is a new construction, as you guys can see. But I'll just take you guys back again and show you guys exactly. So that is exactly where we started. We just crossed Kisi Road and we are continuing with the video. So of course, just give you guys a 360 of both, or show you guys both sides of the street. So this is a very, very huge or tall building, but we continue. So just like I initially told you guys, this particular side is the more economic side, as you guys can see that there are a lot of shops, a lot of enterprises that are located at this particular side. But in terms of the road, I think the road is wide enough, but I think the difficulty is, as you guys can see, most of these cars that are parked at this other side, I think it makes it very difficult for both cars to have a way. But we are continuing and hopefully try as much as we can. But again, we'll pause here and then try to take you guys back and show you guys exactly the distance we have covered. So this like I told you guys, it's a new construction project and it's a very huge one, as you guys can see. So that's exactly where we started. Of course, we've crossed Kisi Road and making our way down, but we are here still trying to show you guys exactly this other side, which is the more economic or the more bustling side. But we continue with the video and hopefully try and see how best we'll be able to explore both of these different streets and different lanes that are located at this particular section or this particular side of the country, which is the central part of the country. So I think this particular side, this is a construction project. So I think this is Bombay Street. I think it goes all the way there. So we are still at Patton Street and it goes all the way exactly down there. So just like I told you guys, but of course, as always, I'll take you guys back, try to show you guys exactly the distance we have covered, and hopefully after that we'll continue. Of course, you guys can see the recent construction projects that are happening at this particular side. And as we go along, I think this particular side, I think there are a lot of construction activities that are going on, unlike other parts of the country. But we will continue just to show you guys exactly, as some of these lanes, it's both ways, as we'll reach particular areas where it is more of the residential side, whilst I think the other areas will be more of the economic side. But that is another topic. So I think this is Bombay Street. It leads all the way to that side, and we are closely approaching to the end of this particular side, as you guys can see. But of course, I'll stand here and then just try and give you guys a glimpse of some of the houses or some of the businesses that are located on both sides of this particular area. Still here as we continue, and hopefully try as much as we can and make progress just to reach at the end of Patton Street. And we are at the lower section. As you guys can see, this is a very tall building, and of course I'll stand here again, just try to take you guys back and show you guys exactly some of the construction project or some of the businesses that are located at this particular side. And of course take you guys back. That is exactly where we started the video, so this is exactly where we are. But we continue with the video, and hopefully this is exactly all we will have time. So this is Mamiyoko Street. I think it goes all the way there. We continue, and I think this is exactly all we'll have time for. But we will just try and end at this particular side, and then after that, so this is Malta Street, which is another area which we'll try as much as we can in exploring. But we will continue with the video and hopefully try and reach to the end of this particular side. Excuse me. But we are here, and again I'll just stand here and then try to take you guys back and show you guys exactly some of the houses or some of the businesses that are located at this particular side. So this is exactly where we are, and of course you guys can see the distance we have covered. We started at Upper Patton Street and this is exactly where we are, but of course you guys can see the different shops, the different enterprises, the individual vendors and the other businesses that are located at this particular main area, which is Patton Street. But we will continue to, I think, the Bombay, the Frabe Road area, as there is exactly where it ends. But immediately after that, we will try and find another location at this particular side and then try and explore it, as that is the main focus for today's video, as we'll try as much as possible in exploring both of these different lanes, different intersections and different streets that are located at both the Kisi Road and Frobe Road side of the city center. So this is exactly where we'll stop at the exploration of Patton Street. Of course you guys recognize this is Frobe Road, so there is exactly where Patton Street ends, and this is exactly all we'll have time for, as we'll find another